Morning, guys. So I've got just over an hour before my 34-hour reset's over with. I got up, went and took a shower, got my coffee and tea. All I'm waiting for is the final hour and 10 minutes before I have to take off on out of here. All right, where's my glass cleaning kit? Alright, it's over here somewhere. There it is. Alright. So good morning to everybody who is awake and everything. I'll hang out for a while and then I'm gonna get going. Got to figure out what my ETA is to Montclair. I'm going to send a message saying I completed a 34 and I am ready to run after I drop this off, other than trying to get this inverter installed by those people, because I better not try to do it myself, because I will probably screw something up, because it's not my area of expertise. I know nothing about how things need to be hooked up, if things need to be grounded a certain way, if there needs to be a fuse installed. I mean, all that crap. And also, they need to drill a hole through the floor, and they know where to do it, and I am not touching it. So hopefully they got the people there in Colton, California when I get there after I drop this load. So yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at. I'm just kind of hanging out, drinking my coffee and hanging out with you guys for a little while and just chilling out. So I will taking off here in about an hour. Just watching the world go by. Do a little bit of walk around, check on things. Do. Sure nobody's been messing with stuff. Pretty nice trailer. Must be one of the newer ones or something. But I don't think it has the to go back over here. I didn't see one of those removable bars on this trailer. I think it's been gotten rid of by somebody else. Nope, it's not on there. Just a Love's truck stop. That's where it came from, I think. Nope, that's where I'm going. That's the way I'm going. That's west. That was east. I came from that way, so yeah. Check on things. Some of those other Sierra England drivers are missing this top fin and this crap, and the rubbers on the bottom are all messed up. Crap like that. None of that has happened with me. Ugh. So it's hot out. 85 degrees. So it's not too bad out, but it's going to get hotter as the day goes on. Stopped and talked to that oversized from last night that Amazon Prime backed into. He says they didn't do any damage to his machine, whatever that machine is. It's some sort of, I think that's some sort of a thing they use for paving. So he must be part of a road construction crew or something. Or he's just hauling it for them. Dude's got dreadlocks like a Rastafarian or something. Best I know how to describe it, but yeah, I'll be ready to get on out of here. 32 hours and 57 minutes. I got about an hour and 2 minutes. Give or take a few seconds. Let's see. Better go back here and make sure everything is buttoned up before I do take off. Let's see. Make sure that my paperwork is in a good spot. Gotta make my bed. Throw my dirty clothes up there. Get the bed made. To some degree. Alrighty. Not really anything going on other than just waiting for the time to tick down. Gonna start working myself onto my keto diet, which means I gotta drink up these last couple of these bottles of Mountain Dew that I bought. I got 2 more in the cooler, and probably drop some things off at the house when I'm done next. Either that or someone's low on food. I'll give them some of the stuff I'm not going to eat because it's not on my diet. So this is what I was drinking on last night, on my live feed last night. That was a over 2-hour live feed. I stay on longer when I have a lot of people on the live feeds interacting and stuff. And then I don't feel like I don't like to jump off as soon. But when I get on and there's hardly anybody on, I won't stay on very long. I'll go off and do something else while I'm waiting. But I do got to figure out 16 hours, actually 26 hours from now, approximately. Technically 25 and some change, but we'll round up to 26 from now. So 24 hours from now, it's technically 8 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock there, so I gain an hour to get there. So I have an extra hour to get there. We'll just say we'll say it's 7 o'clock right now. Just give herself that extra hour. So I'll drive approximately 10 hours. We'll just say 10 hours from now. We'll make it 12. So I'll be driving till about 7, 8 o'clock tonight, give or take. I'm not sure where that's gonna put me. Probably somewhere over in Arizona. I don't know whether I'll get to my fuel stop or not today. I'm not sure that. Well, yeah, I'll get to that today because that's 7 hours and 13 minutes away. And if I got a total of, according to this, 15 hours and 19 minutes to drive, we'll just say that I'll have 6 more hours to drive once I get up after I do a 10. So 10 yeah, I should get there around noon. We'll just say I get there around noon. I gotta add that fuel stop in there, and you usually want to give yourself an hour, because if you show up at a truck stop that's real busy and you can't get up to the pumps right away, or you just got a bunch of people backing up, stuff like that, you want to give yourself a little extra time, especially going to the area of the country I'm going to. Well, it's going to be in Arizona. I don't know if that'll be bad or not. But yeah, we'll tell them I should have no problem getting to Montclair, California by noon tomorrow. So yeah, as soon as I jump off this, I'll tell them that. It's approximate. I don't like to get too nitty-gritty because there's too many factors that throw you off. Traffic, construction zones, and I'm sure I'll get there before noon. I'll definitely be there before my appointment time at 3 o'clock. So yeah, because it's the 8th right now, and I have till 3 o'clock tomorrow, and I get an extra hour So 1500 PDT time. I'll get there in plenty of time. Probably get there sometime between noon, 1 o'clock, depending on whether or not I get into another slow up. Like last time I went out there, I got slowed down outside of town. I got slowed down out there by the truck stops outside of the LA area. It was up there where the scale is off of Highway 10 east of LA, about what, a half hour or so outside of LA, 45 minutes, whatever it was. I'm trying to remember the name of that area. I could probably tell you. It was trying to think of what that area is. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I can't remember offhand what it's called. Outside of town. There's like a whole bunch of, maybe it was Coachella. No, was it that? 1,000 whatever pines, whatever that says, because there's a thing on top of it. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of truck stops right there, and there's a scale. Where's the thing for the scale? That's not the scale. Wherever that scale house is. Anyway, not gonna worry about it too much. I won't have to worry about that till tomorrow anyway. But it was in that area where everything was all slowed up. Once I got into LA, it was fine, free flow. They just don't want to go back to that TA or Petro in Ontario to park. So I'm gonna go to that Colton yard, check it out, and see if I can get this inverter in there. And get going. 33 hours and 8 minutes and counting down. Yee-hee. I am probably not going to stay on here that whole time, unless a whole bunch more people pop up, but it looks like there's at least 2 of you in here right now. Gotta take my blood pressure medicine. Oh, now we got 4 people. Threaten to leave and everybody shows up. Yep, it raised 2 degrees since it's 88 degrees now. It's going to probably be up to 100 later today, probably over 100. That's Sharon Glenn left his spot. That must be him up there. He must be doing his windows. I should do my windows, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to pray for a rainstorm. Try not to use up my windshield fluid. And I'm just going to get the heck out of here. Do my little walk around here in a little bit. Truck looks good. Doesn't look like anybody's backed into me. No one's tampered with the trailer. Tires look good. I'll check all the lights and my fluids here before I take off. But everything's should be fine. So that's the other thing I need to do when I get to the Colton yard. I'm gonna see if I'm due for service yet. I don't know how often they like to bring their trucks in for service. It started out with 15 miles on there. I'm at 20,367 miles on the dash now, and it started with 15. So I have put 20,355 miles on this truck since I got it. And that has been since I'm not sure how many weeks it's been. It's been maybe a couple of months. At least 2 months, if not more than that, since I started. Because I was out about a month and a half. Went home for Mother's Day weekend. And then I been back on the road since. Yep, I've been out here about 3 or 4 months. Two to three, about almost 3 months probably. Don't remember exact date when I actually went to CR England exactly. I could probably find out if I went back to my videos and looked at my live feeds. Could see what day my live feeds were and what the live feed of when I got my truck. So whatever day that was. So good morning, everybody. Those of you that just came on recently, hope y'all are doing good wherever you are in the country, doing whatever it is you're doing. Let's see, if I got a total of 1,000 miles to shoot, I should get pretty darn far. I just got the rest of this little bit of California, pop into New Mexico, about halfway in on the bottom, go across, just following 10. Fuel stop is right over here. I'll get to my fuel stop. I'll take my half-hour break while I fuel, drive another few hours. Chances are I will make it to the edge of Arizona and just have to drive those last few hours in the morning, and hopefully I'll go through there after rush hour traffic gets done. Yeah. Because I'll stop tonight at 7, 8 o'clock or something. Ain't nothing going on. Got this guy backing out. These guys that park forward into spots, they always make things so much harder on themselves, having to back out of spots. I think pulling into spots, unless it's an actual pull-in spot where you can pull forward out, I think pulling into spots is dumb unless you got like a corner spot, or I mean there's a few exceptions to that, but in most cases when you got a middle spot out here in the middle like that, pulling into a spot, you don't know what you're gonna find in the morning. You can't guarantee that people are gonna be gone and you're gonna have more room to back up and get out of the way. And it's not about whether or not you got the backing skills or not. Why add that extra challenge and risk hitting somebody because you're basically backing up blind, not knowing if anything's coming? The way drivers fly through the parking lots these days, well, they always have been drivers that just drive way too fast through the parking lot of the truck stops, and you know, you wonder why they don't wind up hitting somebody. And if you look at their trucks, most of those guys that are driving around that way have stuff messed up on their truck. They've got panels missing on the sides of their truck. They're missing pieces of their bumper, missing side skirting and stuff. Had a guy comment on one of my videos, my edited video, when I said, when it was titled something along the lines of why nose in parking is usually not a good idea. And that's one of those reasons. Because when you're backing up, you just never, because you're forcing yourself to back up blind out of a hole. And if you're lucky that people, when you wake up the next day and it's daylight, hopefully the trucks around you have left and you have more room to maneuver. But what if everybody's still there? What if, you know, you still got trucks beside you and you got to back out? Forcing yourself to back out of the spot the next day. But some truck drivers religiously pull into their spots and they put themselves at risk of someone driving into them because they're not paying attention, or that they can't see good enough, and they wound up, because you wind up having to crook yourself one way or the other to get out so you can get going left or right. And when you wake up in the morning, sometimes you don't remember which way you got to go. And hopefully you've gotten out and walked around and looked around to see what you're dealing with before you back out, if you put yourself in that situation. But most of these guys don't. They just get up, start their truck up. And how many drivers actually do a pre-trip these days? How many of these drivers just get up and put their pre-trip time in and don't even bother walking around their truck? They don't check out their stuff, and they just hop in the driver's seat, you know, and start their pre-trip time, and then sit there and do whatever. And they use that 15 minutes to go grab coffee and drinks and food and whatever they're doing, and then they come back, and then their time's over with. If not over, they might have 20-25 minutes or more. And there's some drivers that waste some of their time, on duty time, doing a 45-minute pre-trip, and they're not doing any actual pre-tripping. They're just goofing off, grabbing drinks and eating breakfast and doing whatever before they take off, and they go throw their DVR in, and then they take off down the road, and they haven't looked at anything, but then they're trying to back out of that spot, and hopefully they're in a spot where they can back out with no problems. In a lot of these spots, if you pull in, your trailer is sticking out further. It depends on the spots. Like here, a lot of these trucks can back up to their tires, and their T-bars and the last few feet of their trailer are hanging off the back of the curb at least 2-3 feet, so they're not sticking out that distance further out, and so they're back in the hole further. When you pull in, you pull up to either your bumper or your drive tires, depending on who you are and how your truck's set up, and you got that trailer sticking out like a sore thumb out there, making it harder. Not only are you sticking out like a sore thumb, your trailer's sticking out there more, and now you got people trying to get around you in order to back and stuff, and you're kind of in the way. It's situational. It's not always the case, but I mean, it depends on what's going on. But the only reason why most truck drivers like to do that is because they don't want to. They want to nose in because they don't want the reefers of other trucks keeping them up. They don't want the noise of people getting in and out of their trucks messing them up. They don't want to get door dinged on their truck. They could care less about the trailer usually, because usually it's a company driver, and if they door ding a trailer, they could care less because they're going to be dropping that trailer off, and no one's really going to notice a door ding on a trailer as much. Oh, have I rambled long enough? 33 hours and 23 minutes into my 34. So finish this off. Gotta get another trash bag down. Threw all my trash out. And I throw my trash in the actual trash. I don't just throw it on the ground unless I'm throwing it on the ground to get out in a couple minutes and walk it over to the trash. But I love how they do that in Bonehound Truckers. They see a trucker who's just thrown his trash out on the ground, and they assume that that guy is just going to leave it there, because a lot of truck drivers do. But they should wait and see if that driver is going to get out and walk that stuff out, because they might be busy cleaning their truck, and they've just thrown their few trash bags down, and they're going to get out and walk it over to the trash can. Maybe. Because I've done it to where I've just thrown it on the ground while I was cleaning, and then got up and walked them to the thing. And I usually don't let more than 2, maybe 3 bags mount up before I throw it out. Alright, we got one person in here. Well, I think I'm going to jump off here, since there's not really too many people on here, and I'm gonna get ready and do whatever get ready and wait for my pre-trip time, my time to tick by so I can start my pre-trip. Oh, now there's 3 of you. That count is never right. That thing pops in and out all the time. Well, should I stay on for my last 20 some minutes? Yeah, I'll stay on as long as I see at least a handful of people. I'll stay in. But when I only see one or two people on there, it's usually about the time I start saying I'm gonna jump off, all of a sudden that counter goes from like 2 or 3 up to 7 or 8. And that counter is never right. Not much going on. Just your typical loves. It's in the morning, so you got lots of spaces opening up. Fuel pumps are moderately busy. Constant traffic in and out at the pumps. It's the usual deal. Yeah, truck might be getting ready to start itself up. Do I exercise? I was doing weightlifting. I've got weightlifting stuff at home, but I'm not carrying that stuff on the truck. I have this contraption. It's it's a deal that you can do bench press on it. It's got a pulley deal to pull the bar down and got the pulley wheels on it so you can pull a thing up. You can do squats on it and stuff. It's kind of a combination squat bar and bench press type thing. So I'm wanting to get some more equipment. If I was home more, I'd get some more exercise equipment. I was looking into buying one of those dual pulley deals so I could do the flies and stuff, because the pulley deal on the thing I have now doesn't really work for that, because it comes right off the top middle right above the bench. But it's got the deals on it where you put these pegs in for the deals for the whatever bar you're using. I've got the curl bar, I've got the straight bar, and it's the bar where you have the nuts that screw on to tighten the bells on, instead of just having those clips that slide on. They say that we're not really allowed to PC here. I don't even see it available as one of the options when you go do things. I've never seen the PC option on this. So I PC'd all the time when I was at Bay and Bay. I was using that PC to my advantage. I wasn't using it to get closer to pickups and drops and deliveries and all that. But obviously you're not going to drive the opposite direction of where you're going. I wouldn't drive any further than I had to But sometimes when I got done delivering and I was out of time, I would PC to a truck stop to park, and sometimes I would PC past a truck stop and go to another one. Here, I just been managing my time because they said they don't really allow PC. You gotta get permission. Um, um, I am not sure. I'm not gonna mess with this right now. Um, I've never noticed that PC option on this. It might be. I don't want to mess with this and screw my 34 up. But I just got 30 minutes. 30 minutes until my sleeper berth is up. Actually 29 minutes, and so I should try to go on walks and stuff while I'm out here. I want to do some camping. Like, I thought maybe it'd be cool if, like, because there's some of these rest areas around the country that have woodsy areas. I could go. I've got my hammock in my hiking bag. I've got a small one-person tent and stuff to go play around in the woods with. So I'm just looking for places where I can do a 34 and, you know, throw a hammock up. I got the rain fly. I think I got the rain fly with me that goes over top of it. I've got a screened in hammock that you can do the screen to keep the mosquitoes and stuff off you. But I also got a rain fly, which is a separate thing to go over top, so if it rains, I won't get rained on. But I also got a one-person tent. I need to drop my cot off, my full-size camping chair, and I'm debating whether to keep the big tent up here or drop it off. When I go home for 4th of July, me and my two little girls are gonna do a campfire in my backyard and pitch the two tents, or at least one tent. I've got two 4-person tents, which, you know, a 4-person tent is actually only really good for 2 grown people. But I put up my 2 cots in there, kind of like this. The ends are kind of on top of each other, but my 2 little girls sleep on those cots, and then I kind of sleep on the ground. And I usually don't sleep too well when I do that, but I'm in there and my girls are happy. I'm doing stuff with them. We have a fire. We do s'mores. They like to throw pieces of wood in the fire. I watch them to make sure that they're not going to hurt themselves. And we have fun. Of course, my little girls, they want to bring every 50 million bears and stuffed animals and stuff out there, several blankets and toys and all kinds of stuff. So the tent gets kind of filled up with all their paraphernalia and stuff. But I sleep right in front of the door, or the zipper to the door going out, because my youngest, she's autistic and she knows how to undo the zipper and go in and out, and I don't want her running off in the middle of the night and going down the road and getting lost, and then we're looking for her. She's in people's yards taking things out of the yards because she's autistic, and she just doesn't understand she'll just start walking somewhere. She knows how to get to her school, I think, and I think she knows how to get to the park that they usually go to a couple blocks away. But she's been known to wander away when she's not being watched very well and go take, like, one of the most recent was she went and took about a whole bunch of flags that somebody had in their yard, or maybe it was several houses of flags that we don't know. We don't even know where the flags came from. And she went and grabbed all these flags out of people's yards, and don't think we ever did figure out who they belonged to. So I always sleep right in front of the tent door. And I usually sleep so light when I do that if either one of the girls gets up and leaves, I'll usually wake me up and I'll know that they've left. And it's usually my 7-year-old that is usually wanting to get up and down all the time. 36 minutes in. No, 33 minutes. Yeah, 36. I got 33 more minutes left. No, 20. Sorry, 23 minutes, because that's about to take off to 37 minutes. 33 hours and 37 minutes right now. So 23 minutes and counting down, and I can start my pre-trip. So should probably check my coolant to see how I'm doing on that. I had pretty much a brand new truck at Bay and Bay as well, and I had to put some coolant in it once, and the way that truck was set up, it was really weird the way they had where you put it in. It was all the way up on top on the driver's side, and the spout that went in was almost horizontal, and you put it in, and it wasn't a very good design. And it was cool that they had the spout right there where you could get to it, but putting fluids into it, it would bog up real quick, and you couldn't really fill it real easy because it was horizontal to the thing. It was really weird. I didn't think it was a very good design either. Alrighty. Yeah, it's boring sitting here. This is like watching water boil. Waiting for my time to tick off so I can start my pre-trip and take off. So, yeah. Not much at all going on. Notice I got my Hooters shirt on. I'm about ready to go switch out into my Hooters cap to match. Go wear one of them. Yeah, I got one of them back right here. Let's see, I can wear this other one. So here's my blue one. I can wear it. This is the one with the racing numbers on it. 9 for I can't really read that. I'm not into racing. Number 9. Don't know who that's supposed to be. I don't really care. I just like it that it's Hooters. That's all I care about. And it's a cool hat. I like the turquoise color. It's different. Somewhere I got my regular Hooters hat up there. I got Hooters hat and Hooters t-shirt on. Up there I got my Hooters hoodies. But it's too hot for hoodies. Another Gateway Express, Gateway F, and it's F and A on the trailer. What is this guy doing? Is he getting ready to back up next to me? Yeah, and he's fucking it all up. Maybe not. He might be doing it right. Better do the pull up. Better do the pull up. There you go. He's in there. He's in there. He's kind of close. So I'll have to do another pull up yet just to get himself centered in the hole properly if he's going to do it right. Whatever. Alright, how much time we got left? Oop. We got about 15 minutes left before I can start my time here. Do. So let's see here. Should be fun going through Arizona. I'll be going through Arizona during the daytime. We got some beautiful mountains through there. I'm not sure if they're on I-10 or not, but I know when you're coming south through Arizona, I'm trying to remember which highway it was, because it's been a while since I've been to Arizona. Last time I drove to Arizona, it was at nighttime Several weeks back, I drove from LA over here, but it was at nighttime when I was driving through Arizona, so I really didn't see things as much. But during the daytime, there's a couple of rest areas with these big old boulders, and you get out and walk around, and you see the shedded skins of snakes and stuff, and they're in the bathrooms and everything. But I've never actually seen the snakes themselves, other than sometimes you'll see a snake that's slithering into a crack somewhere, and you just see you just barely catch the tail finishing whipping into a hole somewhere in the crack or somewhere in the rocks or something, because they'll usually just slither away and stay away from people. But it's one of those rest areas you walk up, and there's signs everywhere saying rattlesnakes have been viewed in area. And it's kind of wild to see that, because where I'm from, we don't have rattlers in Iowa. The only poisonous snakes I'm really aware of that we have is pretty much the water moccasins, and they're pretty elusive. You don't see them much. And in the last few years, we've started to have a small numbers of bears, and they've seen mountain lions around here and there, but for the most part, the worst thing you got to deal with if you go camping and stuff, the worst thing you got to deal with is the raccoons and the little critters getting into your camping stuff. You really don't too much got to worry about mountain lions and bears, because they're pretty elusive and they're going to stay away from you. Oh, no, you didn't. You didn't see no Bigfoot. Did you drink a beer with him? "22 minutes, 21 minutes. You drank a beer with him. What's your beer choice? I don't go for the cheap beers. I go for like Blue Moon, some of the IPAs, Corona. I don't know if I've ever had Modelo or not, but a lot of guys say they like Modelo. I don't really drink that much. I usually don't have time for it. I used to make spicy Bloody Marys a lot. And you can't have a spicy Bloody Marys without the pickle spears and the green olives. Sometimes you might add other stuff to it. You go some places, like anything that'll get you drunk. Some places will do Bloody Marys with a slice of bacon in there. I can't remember who did that. Can't remember where I went where they did that. It was either Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't think it was Hooters. I don't know if I've ever done a Bloody Mary at Hooters. I usually get an iced tea and a 10-piece, a 20-piece, or a lot of times I'm trying to get a 50-piece to take home so I can have stuff for leftovers to eat later. And that's something I'll probably be more apt to do when I'm out here on the road, when I have another working fridge. I usually don't have enough room in my cooler, but right now I got some extra space. I could probably do that right now, as long as I converted them. Hey, honey. My wife's under the illusion that you have to be not able to remember what you did in order to be drunk. I keep telling her that it is a lot more than that. you can be tipsy and stuff. Alcohol affects everybody differently. Ah. 8 more minutes and I can get to drive. I can get my pre-trip going at least. It's funny to watch these guys making decisions, thinking about where they're going to put themselves. This guy is trying to figure out what to do with himself. Oh, he's gonna go. He's being a smart truck driver. He's going for the spot with 2 spots in there to give him the extra space. Them flatbedders usually have trouble backing. You know what they say. I've watched, I don't know how many truckers go down to that end of the lot, and then they suddenly realize that there is nowhere to pull around. There's not a pull around. That is the end of the lot. It's just 2 rows of trucks all the way down to the end down there, and that's a dead end. So I've seen a whole bunch of truckers try to go down there, and they always go, and a lot of these guys go right down the center and get themselves in a pickle because they didn't give themselves enough room to flip around and do a U-E. I'd like to have that tractor. It'd be fun. I could do some stuff with that. Where? He's going for that spot over there. It's 2 spots over there. Surprised this oversized guy is still chilling out. It's Elena's Playing Adventures, not Elena's Creative Adventures. My daughter has her own channel, Elena's Playing Adventures. For any of you that have kids, my daughter has a handful of videos. If I was home more, she would have more. When she gets a little older, she could probably it's Elena's Playing Adventures. And on my last few videos that I put up, I put a link at the end of the video to go straight to it. And I need to do a link to my other channel, Jason's Creative Adventures. She's thinking of my channel, Jason's Creative Adventures, where I do all my artistic stuff. I'd like to have that tractor he's got on the back of that thing. Especially if we move down south and I want to build some stuff. I could move a lot of dirt. Do a lot of things with that. Save a lot of time. Four minutes. 4.5 minutes. Dude's still trying to back up. Kind of blurry. Whatever. Well, if you girls are watching, hi. My kids like to watch me from time to time, especially my 7-year-old, soon to be 8. Be 8 in September, right, Elena? If you're watching. So hoping to make some good time today. Getting myself over there. Getting ready to do a. I'll go ahead and do a message right now on this platform science deal. 34-hour reset completed. ETA to delve. I'm gonna say noon to 1 p.m. PDT. Prox 6 wait 7-9, isn't it? I'll just do June 9th. There. And I'll do one on my contact directly as soon as I'm done here. I'm going to jump off here in a minute as soon as my time's over with. Like a minute and a half. Start my pre-trip time. And get the heck out of here and go somewhere a little more interesting, hopefully. But thanks to all you guys for stopping by and hanging out. Last night's live feed was over 2 hours because I had a whole bunch of people on engaging and stuff. So when I have people on engaging with me, I stay on as long as I have time to do so, as long as I don't need to be getting to bed. I actually stayed up longer than I should have last night, but I'd be all right. I got my sleep. So alright guys, it's the final countdown. Yay! There we go, guys. Got my 34 in. It's time to start my pre-trip. We'll go on duty for pre-trip. Next, start shift. Confirm changes. Review and certify. Yes. Agree. Agree. Okay. Make sure that all my load information is in here. I've noticed a couple times it doesn't stay in and I have to put it in there, and I've caught it where I've been driving and well, not while I've been driving, but when I stop sometimes and doing stuff, like sometimes it cleared it out for the next day. When I start the next day, it won't all have followed over into the next day. It should stay on there. So, all right, looks like, well, it's supposed to stay on there till the 9th, tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to jump off here. I'm gonna go check out a few things, and I'm gonna be on the road here shortly. Thank you guys for showing up and hanging out, and talk to you guys later. I might do a live feed when I get stopped later tonight, and I should be over in Arizona somewhere. So, talk to you later. I don't know if I'm going to make it into all the way to California, but I should get to the end of Arizona at least, just depending on what I run into between here and there. Later, guys. Appreciate you guys coming by. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Hit the bell and leave me any comments or questions and all that jazz. And what else? Am I forgetting anything? Go check out my daughter's channel, Elena's Playing Adventures, for those of you that have young kids. My daughter's about 7. She's going to be 8 soon, and my youngest is 5, going to be 6 here at the end of the month. So time flies when you're having fun. And then I have another channel called Jason's Creative Adventures, where I do more artistic stuff, and I don't get as much chance to do stuff on that channel like I want to. But there you go, guys. I will talk to you guys on my next live feed or whatever next edited video I wind up doing. Thanks, guys.